Hi, I'm Lee and welcome to my channel, and this video is titled A Narcissist's Secret Animosity. Well, it's not really a secret, and I know that we have those rose-colored glasses on, and we really do not want to believe how someone is treating us. We don't want to believe that, yes, these people that are telling us that, oh, I love you, there's no one else, these people that are saying everything, their actions are not matching up to that. Their actions are not the actions of someone who loves you or even likes you. Those are the actions of someone who hates you. And someone who has the most hatred towards you, it's not a girl. At least in my experience, it's not a girl. Someone who has been my biggest hater, someone who has tried to just knock me down, watch my failure, just watch my demise. A straight male, more specifically, someone who was my boyfriend. I can't even use that because this person, he led me to believe that we were together. Behind my back, completely different story. My biggest hater was my boyfriend. I can't even say that, but yes, and it's all in the ways on how a person treats you. And like, it was so hard for me. I had those glasses on. I'm like, no, he tells me he loves me. Forget the things that he is doing, that his actions are showing me that he effing hates me. He's lying directly to my face. He is having multiple affairs. He's putting his hands on me. He is disinviting me on a trip because, and I quote, "You're just going to ruin it." Okay. Well, if I'm so horrible, sir, why don't you break up with me? $1,000,000 question, right? Well, the narcissist can't do that because that is supply. A narcissist is getting your energy. A narcissist basically sucks the life right out of you. And especially if you are more in love with the narcissist than I can't even say that because the narcissist doesn't love you. He doesn't love anybody. A narcissist, well, it might look like he loves himself, but a narcissist actually has a lot of self-hatred, and that self-hatred comes out and spews onto others. So, a narcissist's secret animosity. Well, it's not really a secret, and we overlook it because we are in denial about who this person really is. And this person really, truly is an evil, vengeful narcissist. This person also kicked me out of a moving vehicle, posted photos of me with a very long descriptive post that said, "My girlfriend is a very private person and she would kill me if she knew I was doing this. She's not on social media. She's a private person, but I'm doing this anyway. I know that my girlfriend doesn't want me to do this, but F her, I'm doing it anyway." This by someone who loves me, right? And it was very demented, very twisted, very disgusting behavior, made even more disgusting by the comments that people left. Because mind you, he did not tell me about this. Actually, he wasn't going to tell me at all. It was my mother who sent me a message and said, "Oh my God, have you been on his page? You need to go. You're not going to like this." And I'm like, mind you, I was with him that day. With him. "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's just..." And I'm like, what the F? Again, not so much the photos, even though, why are you posting private photos that I've never even seen before? I have never even seen these photos that you took of me, and now they're on your public page with a post that says, "My girlfriend is a private person and she would kill me if she knew I was doing this, but I'm doing it anyway." And then the comments, the comments were disgusting from disgusting guys. Then there were the comments of, "Oh my God, you're going to be in so much trouble." And he's laughing about it. Like, it is a joke. So clearly you are showing people you don't respect me. You definitely don't love me. You definitely don't even like me. You are publicly humiliating me. Why? Because it gets you off to hurt. And if you can do it publicly, even better. And I watched this in just complete horror and begged him to take it down. This is what he told me, and I quote, "Go F yourself. If you don't like it, you can go F yourself. This is my page. I do what I want. And if you don't like it, you can F off." So what's with the hostility, sir? Why do you hate, well, women so much? Yeah, why do you hate me so much? And why do you hate women so much? And it just disgusting. But yet, this person was cheating on me. He had a whole secret life, he had a whole secret girlfriend. Then he had other girls that he, like, it was just a plethora of supply that this guy was doing. And I was the OG main supply because at that time, I would put up with it. Not anymore, honey, not anymore. But at that time I did because I saw the potential in this loser. I saw the potential. Never do that. Never do that. Is his potential in the room right now? It's not? Then no, don't do it. But yeah, you get your rocks off by humiliating someone. Fantastic. And you really don't expect your partner, the person that you share a bed with, you really don't expect that to be your biggest hater. You would expect that kind of behavior from your worst enemy, not your boyfriend, your husband, your partner. No. And then I will never forget this person. I mean, everything out of a narcissist's mouth is a complete lie. Every single thing is a lie. So once you get that through your head, you know, you'll stop trying to psychoanalyze everything because he is a liar. Liars lie. It's what they do. Just like how a snake bites people because he's a snake. That's what he does. A snake bites people. A liar lies. That's what they do. You can't be mad at a liar for lying to you. I mean, you can be upset with yourself because you thought that a liar wasn't going to lie to you. I mean, it really is quite simple when you break it down. And we overcomplicate everything because we want to see the potential in someone. So this person, one of the many things he said to me was, "Oh, Lee, you loved me too quickly and I loved you too late." And I have to laugh at that. Okay, I loved you too quickly. Sir, you moved in with me. Well, when you look at it, everything that a narcissist does is for personal gain. It really is. But again, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. So you move in with me. Then I uproot my life and reluctantly move across the bay for you. Then, you know, years later, you told me that's when you started cheating on me, when I decided to uproot my life. You know what, sir? You could have just left me where I was, but no. A narcissist gets joy on hurting people. Why? Because they are an evil person. They hate themselves so much that they have to bring others down to their level. If you notice, these narcissistic, sociopathic people, men, they don't uplift you. They don't bring you up. It is always they bring you down to their level. And that is because their level is, it's not even, the bar is set in hell. Quite literally, the bar is set in hell. A narcissist brings you down because it makes them feel good to take a person and just completely destroy their life. So, oh, you loved me too quickly. Well, sir, then you could have up and left. But no. Why do that? That takes all the fun out of it. I loved you and it was too late. Sir, stop. That might have worked on the old me. The new me? No. Because remember, every single person does have their breaking point. At some time, every person does reach it. I reached my breaking point, well, what, 7, 8, 10 years? 10 years. 10 years, I reached my breaking point. better than 20 years. So better late than never. This person would smile in my face and stab me in the back. Stab me in the back. And I know this because, watch the video, I found out Valentine's Day of 2020, my boyfriend has been cheating on me. When I went through this person's phone and saw just how much hatred this person has towards me. But again, you're not saying it to me and you're not breaking up with me. You're not leaving this person that you hate and moving on with your life. No, you're telling me to my face, oh, I love you. There's no one else. Oh. And behind my back, messy. This person is talking so much smack about me to anyone that would listen. I know because I saw it. And half of these women that he's talking smack about to, I've never met these women a day in my life. And it's like, oh, but are you really telling them the truth? That you're lying to me, you're cheating on me? No. Why would you do that? That paints you in a bad light. You have to get all the sympathy, all the supply, all the everything. And it's like, it just blows my mind that this is a grown man. But we do know age does not equal maturity. But yes, it brings them joy to inflict hurt upon others. And sympathy, play the victim. That's why they don't leave. They know they can get more sympathy coochie. They can get more play. They can get more supply if they play the victim. And that's literally what it is. They're playing because they can't say the truth. They absolutely cannot say the truth. So they have to leave. Withholding the truth is still lying, sir. So if they withhold certain information, they can play the sympathy card, get sympathy coochie. And like, you would think all of this would be exhausting, especially as a grown man. But no, a narcissist thrives on chaos. They do. Look at their actions. This narcissist would always say, I just want a drama-free life. What that really means is I want to go out and do what I want, but when I come home to you, you don't question me. That's the drama-free life that they speak of. They want a doormat. That is why it did not work out with said narcissist and myself, because he wanted me to accept his infidelity and his verbal and physical abuse. He wanted me to accept that. I wasn't going to. So we clashed because I started to get self-esteem and self-worth. He didn't like that. So he couldn't control me. And that's why it ended. So yeah. Yes. And I also feel that these narcissistic men really hate women. And they can say, oh no, I love women. Really? Because your actions say you hate women. What did your mother do to you, sir? What did your mother do to you? I mean, look at their actions. Also, do they do this so you will break up with them and then they can play the sympathy card? I mean, so they don't have to be the bad guy and break up with you, so they'll intentionally do things like when he posted those photos of me. Well, those photos are staying up unless you break up with me. Why would I have photos up of my ex-girlfriend? Which is BS, because yes. So it's just insane. Like, I would say, why are you doing all of this when you could have just broken up with me 10 plus years ago and none of this would have ever happened? What's the fun in that? What is the fun in that? It's so effing sick and twisted. Like, when you actually look back on this and you're speaking about it, it is the most twisted, disgusting. It baffles my mind. I'm speechless that this is a grown man doing these things. Yeah. Either way, it's games I'm not playing. Never wanted to play in the first place. So a narcissist secret animosity, it's not so secret. It is not so secret. A narcissist wants to bring you down to their level of disgustingness. A narcissist only gets pleasure out of hurting you, knocking you down, taking the spark out of you, because a narcissist is so miserable with their own self, their own life, which they will never admit, but they are, and look at their actions. But honey, that's why I say one strike rule applies. You know, whatever you accepted in the past, you don't have to accept anymore. One strike rule applies. So thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. And check me out on Patreon. Link in bio. Bye, guys.